let anybody say I did not warn them, because things are going to start happening in the next 14 days. When it starts happening, if Lefus may talk and yab and write their rubbish. But now that the Fulanis are kidnapping our people, disappearing us, killing people in truckloads, nobody's talking. We must make our land impregnable for them. And that will involve a lot of destruction. I'm saying it live on air so that all of you will understand. To slow the advance down, we need to destroy a lot of things. We must destroy a lot of things. That is how all of you will come to your senses to understand that we are in a state of war. They want to circle us. They are using the filefus amongst us to try to be, assuaging your, should I say, your bruised egos, all of you, writing no rubbish about one Nigeria. We are in a state of war. They've not declared it, but we are in a state of war. Very many years ago, I told you something that has come to life this very day. That in time to come, that the Janjaweed will come into our land. And they have come. We are in a state of war. Every scientist, everybody must come out now to begin to prepare. We are going to dig our trenches. We are going to amass everything that we have built so far to prepare to repel the invaders. So in the coming weeks and months, men and women are going to die. But after that, Biafra shall be restored. China have agreed to sell weapons to Nigeria. They have also signed an agreement to supply Nigeria with weapons. The Nigerian government recruited 3 hardened terror groups to fight this very battle for them. Al-Shabaab, they are in and around Lagos and Yoruba land. They are the ones to lead the attack against Yoruba people. The main strike force of Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, they are advancing through Benue. They will enter into Kogi. From there, they will come into Anambra and Enugu. Whereas the main Boko Haram front, recruited by this same government, they are coming from Enugu. But their place is in Baguchi, they are coming from Bauchi. That's where the armor, that is where the tanks are that they have given to them with which to kill people. Because they have promised them the oil and gas in Biafra land. And that Allah gave Nigeria to Fulani people. The Fulanis have come to take over our land. And we have said to them that they're not going to do it. We are not going to allow them to do it. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. And the sooner they understand this, the better for everybody. Because one thing that the Janjaweed must bear in mind is this. Is that this very generation of IPOB, we're not going to allow it. This army of Nigeria will die in Biafra land. That is how God intended it to happen. Many of us are going to die. And I'll be leading it myself, mind you. Many of us are going to die, but Biafra is going to come, and everything called Nigeria will perish in Biafra land. The world must be prepared for what is to come. We are not going to be slaves in our land. I want to let Katuna Lang, the UK government, to understand this, that we have chosen the path of death than to submit to the will of the Fulani Caliphate. Death is better for us. People are dying every day. They're not human beings. People are dying every day. Are we better than them? Those who are dying, are we better than them? We must develop the mindset of the Afghans. In Afghanistan, that is why Afghanistan cannot be taken. It doesn't matter the firepower you have. NATO is in Afghanistan, and they're taking Afghanistan, then says no. You are coming to kill us, but we are also going to die together in the land of Biafra. And in 14 days, it will start. Don't say I did not warn you, please. Don't say I didn't warn you. Fulani brought war to our land. All we asked them to do was to leave our forest and go and live in the township. Rent a house and live in the town. Bring down your Nama. Sell it and do whatever you want to do with it. You cannot stay in our forest. You cannot stay there. If you stay there, you will die. That is the only crime that Eastern Security Network committed. Nobody can tell us today if their mosque has been bombed by ESN or any church or any village or anyone, nothing. So these people you're calling terrorists, what is their crime? Because they said that we cannot take over their land. That is the crime of ESN and IPOB by extension. As I told you a few weeks ago, the Janjaweed have opened the floodgates of hell. And unto thy hands, O Elohim, we commit our spirit. As they will say in one very popular movie, those of us who are about to die, we salute you. Because the land of Biafra will be defended with the blood of anything that moves. Rather than the Fulani to take over Biafra land, there will be no living organism in that very place. I am warning every traditional ruler, every governor, every senator to understand what I'm saying this night and take it on board. And do not quote me out of context. If you want to be a Fulani slave, go to the Middle Belt and join them there. All of you can be slaves to one Nigeria. That is your business. You see, the land of Biafra, we cannot surrender to anyone. I don't want anybody to lament. Oh, they have killed us here. Don't stop lamentation. All we need is action. Every road leading into Biafra land will be mined. Everything that is Nigerian, whatever police or army that steps on our road will blow it to thy kingdom come. Very neat and simple. And I will make a cowboy and a rambo. Run down our rubbish. We destroy everything destroyable. I said before, when we drive away the Fulani terrorists from the bushes, they will bring in their army. We will kill their army. They will start throwing bombs from the air. After that, they will leave us in. I'm telling you, you mark my words, that's how it's going to happen. They're not trained in war because they're not patriotic. These are terrorists. What inspires them is some stupid quotes in the Quran. What inspires us is the gift that God gave to us. That this land of Biafra is ours. In perpetuity. No one can take it from us. No idiot can. They want to tag ESN terror group because we defeated their own terrorist group. They have now brought the army. The army we are going to defeat, and they will bring the Air Force. And we will bring them down. And then after that, they will say, come, let's negotiate. Time has gone for talk. We are now digging trenches. We need to stop them. They have come. We'll stop them. And we are going to show the whole world now. Very shortly. The music, the reggae. We'll start dancing it soon. You know, I'm warning you in advance. You know, our people, we are Republicans. You need to inform them of anything that you're going to do. So that way you can carry them along. I'm just informing them tonight. If you think I will allow Fulani to conquer our land, then you're dreaming. It won't happen. It won't happen, no. No, it's not going to happen. I say, oh, but you don't need to fight a war inside. Fight that. No. God said we shall allow them to come in. Because it's going to destroy the Fulani Caliphate completely and totally. But the main bulk, the main thrust of the army is going to come to the east. And we're going to kill them in the east. And that's where they're going to die. They're not trained in war because they're not patriotic. These are terrorists. What inspires them is some stupid quotes in the Quran. What inspires us is the gift that God gave to us. That this land of Biafra is ours. In perpetuity. No one can take it from us. No idiot can. Every road leading into Biafra land will be mined. Everything that is Nigerian, whatever police or army that steps on our road will blow it to thy kingdom come. Very neat and simple. And I will make a cowboy and a rambo. Run down our rubbish. We destroy everything destroyable. We need to force them. I said before, when we drive away the Fulani terrorists from the bushes, they will bring in their army. We will kill their army. They will start throwing bombs from the air. After that, they will leave us in. We are in a war. All able-bodied men should go to the bush and stop the advance of this army, or else they will kill you. Officers, you must move house. Change your number. Throw away your phones, please, and bury them. Change your number. Mind those you talk to because we're in a state of war. It's not going to kill you because Biafra is at hand. It's not going to kill you to be incommunicado, to go underground. We're in a war. Every frontline officer must go underground. I'm also announcing, for the benefit of what we are doing on the ground, please, every frontline officer must move from where they are. Dislocate and stop communicating with people unless they are the hierarchy. Nobody should have your number. We are in a state of war. Every scientist, everybody must come out now to begin to prepare. We are going to dig our trenches. We are going to amass everything that we have built so far to prepare to repel the invaders. Do you know that people are being kidnapped in Aba by the Nigerian army sent to Sokoto? They are now demanding ransom. A man paid 6 million naira only 4 days ago to have the wife, his second wife, released to him that was taken to Sokoto. Are you sure you people don't actually understand what is happening around you? We are in a state of war. They've not declared it, but we are in a state of war. Now that extrajudicial disappearances and enforced killings are going on, right now in our land, nobody's talking. The day we react, all of you will start jumping up and down. All of you fools from the south and to an extent from the middle belt will be shouting and writing your usual rubbish. I want IPOB to know tonight that being called a terrorist because you're fighting for your land and your nation is a badge of honor. It means you've arrived. It means the enemy is scared of what you're doing. And it means that you're succeeding at whatever thing that you're doing. Ever since they had their so-called security meeting last week and decided to invade the south, some of you think it's only the east that are coming to the entire south. And I told that all the barracks you see in the east, they're empty. Nobody wants to join their army. That is why they're drafting people from Babuchi. If you claim that this division in the enemy is strong, OP is strong, or half is strong, or Naja is strong, they are all there to intimidate all of you into submission. That the Fulanis will rule over you. That's all. There are no men. They have to go and now they are recruiting terrorist groups to come and fight for them. If you're called a terrorist because you're an IPOB, because you fund ESN, it is a badge of honor. From next 2 weeks, we are going to start dying for what we believe in. Not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. We are going to die en masse, and we are going to take them with us. By the time the slaughter happens, it will be so intense that you see that CNN, they'll come to Biafra to cover this very war. That is about to happen. You see CNN, all of them running away from Biafra, they will cover it by force. Because we are going to kill every Nigerian soldier on Biafran soil will die. God is my witness. And I will lead this very army myself. At the end of this newly declared war against Biafrans, many of us will perish. But out of these very ruins, Biafra is going to rise up again to the eternal glory of Chukwu in heaven. That his will may be done on earth as it is in heaven. I want them to understand. Let it not be tomorrow people say, oh, but the suicide bombing is not part of our nature. It's not our life. It's not our culture. Now that Fulani are there, we are going to die with them. At 1967, Israel today is at war. The same way they were at war when Nigeria attacked Biafra in 1967. They now want to use it as a cover. To commit genocide. And I'm telling Biafrans tonight that we are effectively on our own. We have been given 2 choices by the United Kingdom, the slave masters and the colonizers. The UK have given us only 2 alternatives. And I call it the devil's alternative, of course. We either submit to the will of their puppets, the Islamic Caliphate, or we will be wiped out from the face of this very earth. The question you must ask yourself tonight as a Biafran, as a Southerner is, do you want to be a slave to the Fulani Caliphate, or do you want to die on your feet? Live for 1,000 years on your knees, as most of them are doing without even knowing it, or you die on your feet. The devil's alternative. Whichever option we choose, men are going to die. Which one do you prefer? Are we going to fight and die like men? Or are we going to submit to a life of Allahu Akbar? It's entirely up to you. The time is now because the enemies, they have come.
following the miseries, the tragedies that is happening in Biafra land till this day. I'm a spiritual man, by the way. The Most High laid me up and showed me what is about to come. And I've said this, I've told a lot of my friends, made it clear in the social media what is about to happen to our people in that zoo. Zoo people, by the way, you got to listen right now. Pay close attention and don't take my word for it or Mazi and the Kanu. Think that we are playing. The Most High is about to do a very big job. He's about that action. Listen, he took me up after the atonement that we did 2020 last year ending and showed me what is about to happen. I was lifted up and saw a truck full loaded with people climbing up with their luggages, with their water, like we are about to go lampa. That's people that are traveling from Libya to Europe. You know how they dressed and how they are doing. The truck was full loaded. Mazi and the can in the front, and every people was sitting in the front case. I was there looking at them. I was on the ground monitoring, just like an angel, guardian angel. Now we are ready to go. We are just like in a slopey going inside the deep forest. The truck started moving. It get to a point inside that forest that we have to pass one river. So the truck will not go there, but the river is not that kind deep. It's passable, that is, you can cross it. Like, it can be getting to your waist depending how tall you are. Everybody came down. I saw skulls of human being and skulls of lion, that is animal, different type. I said this is a skull, human being skulls, that is the head of human being. The next thing I saw as we were about to cross it, Mazi was leading, focusing. He's not turning right, left, back, none of that. He's just focusing, going straight. The next thing I saw was lion started tripping out. Lion, they are not that kind of smart. They're coming in group and slow. If you can read or research about lion, they're so dumb. Only them cannot hunt unless if they want to die. Likewise, why the woman is bringing food to the lion. Tiger and leopard is the best hunter. They are very smart and all that. So, but what I saw there was lion tripping out, hungry lions that even eating themselves. If they saw no food, nobody to eat, they'll be grabbing themselves and eating. That's why their skulls are also there too. Then immediately our people saw what is about to happen. Instead of those guys to be following up, because Mazi is already in the water crossing. We have no time to waste. We are going to Biafra land. And it happens that confusion busted out and everybody started shouting, running up and down, some going back, some running left to right, some following Nnamdi kind of focusing. Me, I used to fly. I'm in the ground and I'm up just like guardian angel, rescuing people also. So immediately these lions came grabbing as much as they can, eating. We crossed the first river. The second one, and we have to cross 3 rivers, 3. The second one was where, that's the middle of it, was where it was deadly. The first one was they just came out, grabbing the first, some people ran back. Confusion was everywhere instead of them to focus and fight those lions, because those lions, they are fighting each other and they are fighting people, killing people, you know what I'm saying? So as we crossed that first one, the second one was where it all happened. That was where I saw how lion are devouring, that is pieces people, grabbing their mates, blood everywhere, bro. Blood busted everywhere. So there was one guy I saw as he's about shouting everywhere. Then I ran there, kicked the lion away, rescued the guy, and told him to follow up immediately. Come, let's join Mazi and Kanu. Immediately I left that guy and fly up and say, Mazi and Kanu, stay focusing, going straight, focusing with mean and direct. He's not talking to no one. He's just going his mission. trying to pass that second one into the third one, just we are heading to BFL land. I had a shout because shouting was everywhere. I had that shout near me because I'm leaving the guy immediately. I turned back. It was the same guy that I rescued. Lion came, grabbed him because he's not moving. I told him, get up and move. He wasn't there. He was like, stay down, you know. And the same lion came and grabbed him and gave him that play. Just bust the blood immediately. I saw the blood busted. I said, okay, this one is gone. I have to follow up because Mazi and there's no chance. There's no time to waste. If you miss a mate, a piece will be gone. So I don't want to step aside or because I'm guarding everything, rescuing. If you want to rescue, we will rescue you. If you don't, I'm sorry. So that was my mission there. And the second one was brutal, and we crossed the second one. And I make sure that Mazi is safe, and I'm monitoring everyone. Some of them are still doing like him. Believe me, because he's focusing straight. He was going straight. That's like no noise. No noise, just he's about that action. He's in that action. Going. So as we crossed that second one, the third one was the final. But I don't know. You know, I'm just like seeing it as a movie. That is like it was in life because it was clear. The Most used to show me a lot about Mazi and Kanu. You know, he's a winner every time. Winner is pure spiritual man. He's one Chineke. One Chineke is, no doubt about it. So immediately we crossed the second one. The third one was not that much lions. Because shouting was everywhere. And the same people again, the same lion, they came grabbing people up, smashing people. Many still get confused at that point. You know, that place was like dim, you know, like in the forest, trees everywhere. You cannot see that much light. The light was not so much like that. So, crying, shouting, but the point there is like that Mazi and Kanu is focusing, going straight. Other people, just little people that near him was going. He was leading straight. And I'm focusing on him, focusing on those guys that are just I'm monitoring every single step and rescuing. If you want to rescue, I will rescue you. You will mash up. If you don't want to go, lion will devour you. That's it. As we passed this third one, then I came up and saw Mazi and Kanu rising. It was just like someone coming out from underground. The third river we rose up, you know. I flied up and saw Mazi and Kanu rising up, coming out from that third river because we've crossed it, coming up, and that was light because we were coming from inside thick forest where animals can devour anything, can eat anything eatable. He started rising up, came out, light was everywhere, and other people was coming out, light just coming in a light. So that place that we was coming was in a farm, newly cultivated farm in our land. They say this is BFL land. We entered it. Mazi and Kanu entered it with no single stem, no single stain, nothing happened to him. He was just like focusing, going straight, stronger. You know what I'm saying? So the remaining guys came up, they rise, came out, and I flied up. Then Reed came to the front. I look at the face. The first leading guy, he was the first leading this mission. Look at the face, they said Mazi and Kanu. Then I look at other guys, the faces wasn't clear, but they say that these are IPOB members, the people that survived it. Then I fly back. I have to count the remaining guys that survived it. And it happens that we are not up to 15 guys that survived it. Why we was like fully loaded guys before we started this journey. So the next step I saw was that another 3 guys came out from the village because we started seeing building, just like in a village, a little buildings like that, just how we used to build in a typical village. I saw 3 guys came out and welcomed us. They came and welcomed us, welcomed Mazi Nnamdi. That very moment, Mazi Nnamdi smiled and talked. I was up hearing everything and looking, guarding, monitoring everything. Smile. They welcomed us. They welcomed everybody and have to lead us inside the village. But it was only three people came out. 3 men came out and welcomed us. So for you all to know what is about to happen, this is why I'm making this video. The Most High said that I must do it again. I did it before, told everybody, escalated it, and I have to do it again. So after this one, that same week, Mazi Nnamdi came out and announced the formation of ESN. I said, okay, this is when we began. I have to call Radio Biafra and said what I saw. Now the struggle began. I told everybody what I saw. I told people, I have to escalate it. I have to say it. As the Most High told me to do so. So what happened again is that we started the struggle going, everything started going up. So now we began. Till this day, the last emergency live broadcast he made that is going back for the last onslaught, because the zoo called Nigeria, that nigger area that people doesn't even know the meaning of it, because meaning of nigger is that you don't supposed to exist. You can call it nigger, Niger, Negro, whatever you want, but you can also call it black. They mean also the same thing, black in human being, which means you don't supposed to exist on earth, on this place, on this planet that human being can live. That is the meaning. Go make your research. Black in human being, it means that you don't supposed to exist. It's a heavy cause, the worst cause in this world. The worst. To call yourself a black or nigger or whatever, Niger, Negro, whatever nonsense is the worst cause. The people that made that word give it the meaning. But in an object, it's nothing. In an animal, no problem. But in human being, it's a heavy cause. That is why we are being killed and nobody's talking about it. So, as he told us that he's going back to Biafra land, this is just a little bit warning that I'm giving our people, because you guys right now, because it will happen. People will die, as he's saying. He said it, and I have to follow up with what he said to stay announce this once again to the hearing of our people. People will perish. Especially, I used to tell the Most High, please, don't let my people, the people that is dedicated to you, the people that are worshiping you, the people that are righteous, because Biafra land is a righteous place. You have given it to you and say that if Biafra come, we build your temple in it. Biafra land, we gave it to you, Mosai Chukwukikabiam. Don't let our people perish like that. Let the negativity perish. Let the saboteurs perish. Let others that doesn't know you perish. The people that are worshiping idols, let them go. Because we don't need them in their land. You don't have to lose it like we lost Israel. Now another people, it's a lot of historical fact, because I'm also a historical human being, historical student. You don't need to lose that. So, ndị be anyị ka na-ajụ n'ume maka na ihe na-abịa na Biafra land right now is not buying and selling. It's not play. It's not shy play. None of that. Things will go down. People will die. Trust me, people will die. I'm about to end this right now. Share this video. Share this. Make it audio. Cut it. Make it audio. Share this. Share this. You have to share it. Let your cousin, friend, whatever, whoever, send it to everybody. People will pay. Just kind of, if you can go out, you go out. I don't care. Because we say that if it is only one person, one man, one woman remaining, as 3 people welcomed us. 3 welcomed us. Men. But I know those men, they have women. People will perish. people will perish. And I know it wasn't only me that saw this. People have prophesied it, what is about to happen in this 2021. And I hope Mazi Nnamdi saw it again, because everything I see, he will broadcast it the next day, the next coming broadcast that he will make. Everything. That's why I call him Wachineke. He is Wachineke, pure in spirit and in heart, in everything. He will lead us with no stain. He will see Biafra. Please don't forget to share this audio. Share this audio. The Most High told me to say this again in this 2021. This day, 19th May 2021.